Yo, what's up guys? Today we're going to be showcasing all of the buff units and we're going to be telling basically the best buff unit for every situation. Of course guys, we'll be talking about the new, pretty much one of the best units in the game guys. Definitely easily S+ tier, OP buff and money farm. Alright guys, let's hop right into it. Before we do though, let me know down below guys, what should we make our co-unit's special ability? Or like, you know, maybe it's going to be a burn unit, poison unit. What should make my co-unit special? Or maybe it could be like our boy, Navy's unit. And who knows? Maybe we could make it transform stuff into lightning, blue element, something like that. I think that would be pretty sick. Also, one last thing before we start the video, we are not going to be talking about Deku. All right, obviously, guys, if you have Deku, you know what he does. And his buff kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. So he's definitely not the best buff unit. He's kind of just like, if you want to bring a buff unit that can also do damage and also slow and also stun and pretty much do everything, why not him? But yeah, let's get right into it, boys. All right, here we go, guys. First off, I'm going to show you pretty much the unit that was going to get you the max buff, guys, for the cheapest price. Now, in order to get this to work, you're going to need to have two things. One, you're going to need this guy over here in the corner. All right, and he needs to be in your leader slot, and you need to give him the Fire Rage Orb. All right, so first up, you're going to just place him down. Now, you could try the Magic Orb or something, but we're just going to go with the Fire Rage Orb. So you're just going to place one of them down and then two of them down. So if we take a look at the total cost, guys, that is going to be $700. Now, step two, you just press Auto. All right, wait a second, and then press Auto. All right, you're going to see this is going to get you to 222% buff. Now, give it a second. All right, we're going to give it about like 15 seconds. So we're going to go pause the video. All right, in real time, this will take just like 15 seconds. So we'll 3x and pause the video. All right, I missed it on the video, but yeah, basically what happens is the buffs reset again. So now this guy gets buffed with 159%. And then you basically get a free, almost free infinite buff, guys. All right, and you don't have to press anything. You just use auto activate. Now, sometimes it does glitch, which kind of sucks. But this is definitely a great buff strategy if you have Rayleigh. Now, they may make him tradable. So I think that'll be pretty freaking sweet. So there you go, guys. That's the 700 max buff. But we do have another money unit as well. We have the new one. All right, Idol. Now, the thing about her is she does cost more money. But the thing about makes her great is she gives you money back. So you can easily get max buff at a total price. Honestly, the price isn't even that bad. It's like less than the price of Max Brook. Like, you take a look how expensive Brook is. Like, literally, it's the price of a Max Brook. Now, the thing that makes her special is she gives money, and at the end, she does have another cool ability as well, but unfortunately, it removes her buff, which is really dumb. So I think they should probably buff her and, like, remove this, like, problem. So, yeah, that's pretty sick. So I definitely recommend her, guys, if you're just soloing her, because she's basically just gives you free money for a free, and basically a free buff. So, honestly, technically, she'll easily pay for herself, so she's like a negative money cost buff. It's pretty freaking sweet. But the only problem with these two units, guys, is you're going to notice that they don't do this, guys. They do not increase the unit's range, which really sucks. So to increase the unit's range, there's only 2 units that I know of in the game. Actually, 3 units. There's Kiseki. We'll talk about him in a second. There's 3 units that I know of in the game that increase range. Now, there's a little thing that a lot of people don't know as well, and that is that Merlin actually increases the range buff more than Brook does. So just like how Erwin has a 200% buff cap, all right, Brook also buffs less range instead of less damage, all right? So if we take a look, guys, we'll do range buff. So this guy's at 34 range. All right, now after the buff, he's going to be at 40 range. Let's pause the video and reset. All right, so now this guy's at... all right, we'll max this guy out. Here we go. So then we're going to fire off his ability, all right? He went from... all right, so... something got weird there. Whatever. Bang. So now he's at 47 range, and then we'll try it one more time. So let me get the max buff. There we go. Bang. 40 range. So 47 versus 40 range, which is a pretty freaky... That's almost a, like, 25%. That's, like, probably like a 17% difference. Somewhere between 15 and 25% extra range. So if you guys have an extra slot, bringing the Flower Magus can really, really help. All right. Also, guys, if you guys are in World 1, you're going to really want to stick with Erwin. But again, I'll show you guys the problem with Erwin. You kind of need to have a max level. But the problem with Erwin is you're going to see his buff cap is 200% versus 250% for the other units. So just keep that in mind, guys. Also, I do believe Deku has the same buff cap as Erwin does. And then there's one last buff unit in the game. The nice thing about him is... Honestly, I hate him because you have to actually manually buff because of the stupid multiple abilities thing. But the one thing that's nice about him is he does give you the FE ability. All right. So basically, you can use him as that, like, one extra free wave at the end. Or if you're about to lose to a boss, you can use him. So that's what makes him special. But as you can see, he's kind of costly. Now that's only for his final ability. I'll show you his cost for just the buff. Alright, cost for just the buff is $100,000, and you guys are actually going to need to bring 2 of these because of how long his buff cooldown is. So that total buff cost will be like 100k, and at that point you might as well just be rocking with a Brook. Alright, even though you do lose FV. FV is just way too expensive. Honestly though, max Brook buff doesn't cost you that much. If you give him the Fire Rage Orb, alright, you place 4 of them together, you only really need to get him to, like, I would say maybe the 10k upgrade, so total buff cost of like 50k. Alright, if you're good, you can maybe get it with just these 1k upgrades, but you're definitely going to want the extra buff range. So overall, guys, here's my recommendations. If you're doing infinite mode, I'm going to be honest, you might go with Kisuke, but I recommend Brook for infinite mode just because of the range buff. However, if you have space for Merlin, I would bring Merlin and her combo. That's going to be your best bet because she also gives you lots of money for infinite mode. So that's the best combo if you have 2 slots open. And if you just have 1 slot and you're soloing, maybe go with him. Or if you're okay, the problem with this guy is it makes it hard to time stop because you're using his ability than other people's abilities. So I don't really ever recommend Kisuke. So he kind of sucks. So, and if you're in World 1, definitely use Irwin. And if you have this unit, you can try him out if you want like the Broke buff. And if you can somehow get idled. Now, she hasn't been in the banner for a hot minute, so I'm not sure when she'll reappear. But I would say she's probably the best buff unit in the game, especially considering she gets you crazy amounts of money. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it helped you guys out a little bit on the best buff unit in the game. If you guys need a buffing tutorial, let me know. I'll show you guys how to do all the infinite buffs. But again, the easiest buffs are as follows, like I showed you before. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember to let me know what you want my co-unit's ability to be, and peace.